Hello friends, my name is Chloe Taylor, the creator of kozykale, and in today's video, I'm going to be going over your Venus placement with you. I'm going to teach you how to find it, what it means, and if you're cross-watching for other people, you can also look at their Venus placements and learn a little bit more about them. And in this video, there is also going to be timestamps, so if you already know your Venus placement, feel free to jump around and go straight to yours, or listen in for a little description. So what is Venus? Venus is actually the second planet from the sun in our solar system, and it takes about 225 days for Venus to make a full orbit. I always like to compare this to our planet, planet Earth, that takes 365-ish days, and so that's kind of the comparison. Venus is actually considered the sister planet to Earth because they have very similar identities in terms of their orbit. Isn't obviously the same, but kind of on a similar level. They are similar in mass size, and a lot of Venus's surfaces have a lot of similar things to Earth, but the air on Venus, I'm pretty sure, is like no bueno, so we can't inhabit Venus. The other thing is that Venus was actually named after the goddess Venus. I believe this is Roman mythology. Goddess Venus, who is the goddess of love, beauty, art, and fertility. In astrology terms, the Venus placement is actually one that you can look toward to see how you desire to be loved, how you maybe show love towards other people, and also how you process things like beauty and arts. Venus is depicted by this symbol here. If you guys actually ever want to study a natal chart, a lot of times there will be like all these symbols going on. This is the symbol that represents Venus. Venus also rules over the signs of Taurus and Libra. So if you are a Taurus or Libra sun, you also have a major ruling in Venus. I'm a Taurus. So how do you find your Venus sign? Well, I will show you right here. Go ahead and skip forward if you already know this, but basically you are just going to pick up your phone. On PC, the instructions are very similar. You're going to do the same steps, but on a computer. So you're going to want to go to You're going to want to go to astroseek.com, and it's actually astro-seek.com. You're going to click on astrology charts right on the front page, and then you're going to put your information in right here. If you scroll down just a little bit, obviously I'm just going to put some random thing in. This is not my birthday. We're just doing a rando. You don't have to have your birth time to find your Venus placement specifically. So if you don't have your birth time, that's okay. I'm going to just add something random in. And let's just go ahead and whoa. Let's go ahead and, okay. We'll do this one. Okay, calculate chart. So you're going to then hit calculate chart, and then to actually find the placement, you're going to scroll all the way down and then scroll slightly back up. And this chart right here is the one you want to look for. And right there, if you guys notice that symbol that I already showed you, it says Venus. So you're going to look across and see what symbol is there. Now this person has, or this random generated person, if they even exist, this person has a Venus in Aries. And you can look at your house placements as well, but that's not something we're going over in this video. So you can even click on, oops, not Mars, sorry. You can even click on the Venus placement if you're unsure of what the symbol is that it showed you, if you're not familiar with zodiac symbols, and it will tell you. So this person has Venus in Aries. So then you can go ahead and head to the timestamps. If you're on mobile, head to the comment section. It will be the top. If you're on mobile, it will be the top pinned comment. If you are on PC, it will be in the description box. So go ahead and head to that timestamp. So if you are in Aries Venus, you are somebody that gets right to the point. You don't beat around the bush in relationships. You let people know how you feel. You are going to be very forthcoming with that. However, you are also very quickly infatuated and quickly ignited by love. That is a definite sign of just Aries in general. In any placement, they tend to ignite very fast. They are the baby of the zodiac and the first sign of the zodiac. So to me, that makes complete sense. Your love can be both very sentimental and passionate, but it can also be very selfish. You can be very demanding of your lover. And to feel loved, I feel like Aries Venus placements don't require a lot from their partner, but they do tend to require a little bit more action and adventure. Like, I feel like Aries Venus people want someone they can go on adventures with, because they are such high action oriented people that in the love department, I feel like that is very much how they would see things. I also feel like an Aries Venus would not be quick to settle down. They would be someone that they're just like perpetually very flirtatious. I feel like you can find that quite a bit in fire sign placements in general. They tend to be more on the flirtatious side, so they're not going to settle very easily. Aries is also a very sensual sign by nature, and they tend to fall in love at first sight. They are that kind of sign. So a Taurus Venus placement is right at home in its natal ruling planet. Venus rules over the sign of Taurus, so this is a very comfortable position and right at home. Taurus is affectionate and romantic by nature, and they will definitely take the time to find a partner who is right for them. Taurus is the slow and steady wins the race sign. They are the type that will just kind of put their head down and continue to work through things. So they are not somebody who is going to pick a partner extremely quickly. They are someone that is really going to take the time to get to know you first. They are incredibly nurturing by nature. They will nurture their partner with good food, fine dining. They may even express their love with gifts, much like a Leo Venus would. I would say Leo Venus is a little bit more extravagant, but with a Taurus Venus, I do feel like they will express in the ways that they like to be nurtured. They're going to bring that to you. They're a very generous lover, and they tend to be a little bit shy at first until they have made a choice on someone that they are very sweet on. And to feel loved from a partner, a Taurus Venus definitely needs to feel like they are in a very stable, committed relationship. In order for them to even feel like it's going to progress anywhere, stability is probably their number one priority. If you are a Gemini Venus, you are somebody who thrives on spontaneity with your partner. The number one thing I love to say about Venus in Gemini is that they are so spontaneous. They definitely will never be bored. Like, your partner, if you are somebody who is coupled with someone that has a Gemini Venus, you will never be bored with them. They will always keep things fresh and exciting and fun. Gemini Venus people tend to be very light in love. They aren't people who really want to be super anchored down by a partner. I feel like that's very typical of air sign placements, that they don't really look for anyone to anchor them. They kind of need to be given an extra boost of freedom. And another thing to know about Gemini Venus people specifically is if they get their heart broken, they tend to bounce back very quickly from heartbreak. If you are a Cancer Venus, what up, my squad? That's me. I'm not gonna lie to you. Maybe it's me being biased because I'm a Cancer Venus and I can speak to that, but I genuinely feel like we are a gift to the world because we literally want to love everyone. Everyone is our family. Everyone we want to cook for and take care of them and nurture them. A Taurus and Cancer Venus, I feel like, would pair really well together. Cancer Venus, however, is very romantic and very sensitive. Being loved is perhaps the utmost important thing to a Cancer Venus. They may not show it very openly. It kind of depends on other signs in your chart, as well as maybe where the house placement is, how open you are with that information. Like myself, I'm a Cancer Venus in the 7th. I'm like a bleeding heart. I feel like I am always infatuated with the idea of love, and I love love. And once I met, I was always dating to marry. I was 100% that bitch. Yeah, even at the young age of 15, I was dating to marry, and I fell in love twice, and the second person I married. So not at the same time. Not that that matters, but once a Cancer Venus is committed, they will make a big deal out of important dates, anniversaries, birthdays. They are the people that they are always in the realm of celebrating love. Cancer Venus people are also a lot more apt to be very comfortable in the home setting. They enjoy being cozy. They enjoy maybe even cooking to a degree, and they will show their love through that, through cooking for you, nurturing you and bringing you into their sacred home space and kind of allowing you under that rough shell exterior that the crab, which symbolizes Cancer, is underneath, that little squishy inside. If you are a Leo Venus, you are naturally popular. I feel like anybody with major Leo placements is naturally very popular. And in a Venus placement, I love this. Like, Leo Venus is pretty sweet placement, not gonna lie about it. You tend to be very irresistible and magnetic with your personality. You show love by giving gifts to your partner. I feel like Leo really is, in a Venus placement, really is out there showing people how they desire to be loved. Because to me, Leo is the sign of showing people how to love themselves. So when you have it in a Venus placement, when you are giving love to other people, Leo is constantly showing you how they desire to be loved. So if you are with someone that is a Leo Venus, they are probably showing you exactly how they desire to be loved at all times. Leo Venus also does a lot of things because they do adore praise and adoration in return. So they are the type that will also give gifts just because they want to be praised for it. Leo Venus also prefers to be very dominant in the relationship. They prefer to be the one wearing the pants or calling the shots. And Leo also enjoys a lot of the finer things in life. I actually feel like, and I could be dead wrong here, but I feel like comparatively, Leo and Taurus Venus placements might play really well together as well, just because they do kind of have this knack for the finer aspects of life that they could really bond over. If you are a Virgo Venus, I kind of hate to be the bearer of bad news here. It is not an easy placement to have. And I say that because Virgo is somebody that is very analytical and in their mental mind, ruled by Mercury, as you guys know if you've listened to the Mercury video that I did. They are very much in their mental mind, and I feel like beauty and logic, it's very hard to make them coexist. And so having a Venus placement here, I feel like you avoid getting attached. However, there is kind of a flip side to the coin, because even though you might avoid getting attached to like one specific person, it might be harder for you. You are somebody that on a grand scale will give your love to like the masses. You see a lot of people in like politics, to me, that actually like, or not politics, but like activism, or I guess, yeah, politics, that are Virgo Venuses, because they want to like give their love to the world. And granted, we know a lot of politicians aren't like the nicest always, or like always have the best interests of the population at heart, but some of them actually do. And those are the people that I'm talking about. Virgo Venus also has a very refined taste, and they can be really, really, really skilled at the art of writing. Another thing Virgo Venus has to be a little bit careful of is picking out flaws, because you tend to avoid getting attached to people. You will nitpick flaws about them. It's almost like a mechanism to help you avoid getting attached, is you'll notice every little thing that's wrong with the person, or other, like somebody who's like trying to give you love, you will notice every little flaw about them if you're trying to avoid getting attached. So it's a very difficult placement, but not something that is like unreasonable. You guys all possess a special gift to give. If you are a Libra Venus, you are in love with love. Libra to me is like one of the biggest major signs of love. I mean, they rule over relationships and contracts and marriage and things like that. So if you are a Libra Venus, you are in love with love. You are right at home in your ruling planet of Venus, and you would fall in love very easily with people. It's like, I feel like Libra Venus has the ability to love multiple people throughout their life. But you also are somebody that really wants someone to go the whole 9 yards for you. Like, you are the person that's like, if you're going to propose to me, you better put the freaking ring in the champagne glass. There better be like a mariachi there. Look, I don't know why I said mariachi. My husband is Spanish. Okay. I want like confetti to fall out of the sky. Like, you want like the theatrics. You want someone to make the grand gestures to show that they appreciate you. You also have really superb artistic talents. You see beauty in the world. You have such a knack for interior design specifically and the arts in general. So you are somebody that just has a really keen creative eye and just an eye for beauty. You literally, to me, Libra almost, and don't shoot me here, but to me, Libra Venus is almost better at identifying beauty than even a Taurus Venus is. They both bring different aspects to the table, but Libra Venus to me is like the symbol of beauty. And I know a lot of Libras in my life, and I gotta be real with you, they're all like really pretty people. They are like the symbol of beauty. And even though we're talking about Libra Venus specifically, not like Libra suns or risings, but I feel like Libra really embodies beauty completely. And I just love that for them. I feel like Libra really brings like the embodiment of beauty, and Taurus really brings in like the earthly mother type of beauty, if that makes sense. Also, I realize I'm giving a lot of Taurus facts throughout this video, and I don't have major Taurus energy. I'm just a Taurus sun. I just have a lot of information about Taurus in every aspect, I guess. So for those of you that are Tauruses, I hope you're enjoying all these fun little tidbits. If you are a Scorpio Venus, oh my God, lucky your partners. If they are not air sign Venuses, I feel like the only people that are going to have trouble with a Scorpio Venus are people that have major air energy, or people like a Sagittarius Venus or an Aquarius Venus who do, or a Gemini Venus as well, but that's air. Gemini and Aquarius specifically. Libra maybe could make it work, but I feel like most signs would really adore being adored by a Scorpio Venus because their love is very intense. You guys really do give mind, body, and soul. Love to you is like a spiritual experience. You give everything to your partner, but you also expect that in return. And it can be a very possessive energy. So that's why I said people that like don't really like to be tied down or tend to want a little bit more freedom maybe aren't going to work as well with a Scorpio Venus, but I feel that you are just someone that really like surrenders your entire heart, mind, body, and soul to your partner. And you can easily become vindictive if the relationship turns sour, or if you guys decide to split. You are somebody that can easily become very vindictive of your partner. So be really careful with that. And interestingly enough, Scorpio is really lucky in fortune when it comes to love. Like you guys specifically are very lucky in like marrying like really rich partners. If you are a Sagittarius Venus, you are super adventurous, optimistic, and you bring that to a loving relationship. You do not like to be tied down, and commitment can be very difficult for you. This kind of goes across the board for a lot of major Sagittarius energy. Not that you can't commit. My husband is a Sagittarius. We are very happily married and committed. We have been for 12 years almost. But it's hard to get Sagittarius energy that is so free and like flippant to want to commit for the long haul. You can, if you are a Sagittarius Venus, you also cannot stand to be put upon by a lover or obligated. You are somebody that really desires complete freedom. That is like the name of your game. You also want a partner that can keep up with you on the adventurous scale. I feel like an Aries and Sagittarius Venus kind of have a very similar adventure streak to them, where they would be really great companions if you have those Venus placements to go on those major adventures and have spontaneity. You would have Sagittarius being very optimistic and excited about the adventures, and then you would have Aries who is just like so spontaneous and like out there and ignited, and I think it would just be like a match made in heaven personally. But ultimately you are just someone that it's going to be harder to commit, and when you show love, I feel like Sagittarius, like, it's not that you guys don't show love, because you definitely do. It's that like, you guys just kind of are, you guys are just chill. Sagittarius energy is just chill. Like you guys have so much chill, and I feel like the patience of a saint when it comes to like relationships. You're not gonna like jump in for like cat and mouse. You're not gonna jump in if the relationship feels difficult. You kind of need things to be just like really relaxed. Like Sagittarius people are the people that would have like a bunch of friends with benefits until they decide if they want to commit to one of them. If you are a Capricorn Venus, you are someone that may come off a little bit cold at first. Capricorn Venus is somebody who looks for loyalty and security in a partner, and you kind of won't make any major moves until you see that as an option with your partner. And once snubbed by someone, you are 100% that bitch that will never forgive and forget. Like, you're like, oh, that person snubbed me and doesn't want me. Cool. I'm worth more than that. I don't have time for that. You also desire loyalty and stability most. And if your partner doesn't openly give that, you are the person that will actually work to provide it. Capricorn is what I like to refer to as mean, stern dad of the zodiac. So you are like, in a traditional sense, I feel like we kind of need to start like evolutionizing astrology to a degree with how a lot of the like masculine, feminine roles come out. It's hard to explain. I never like to give this like, I feel like I never know how to explain Capricorn appropriately, because we always give this like very mean, stern dad approach. But when I think about mean, stern dad, I think about like the classic American dream of a dad, if that makes sense. And I feel like we have kind of evolved past that. So I apologize if it sounds like outdated. It's just honestly what all the information that I've studied has given. So maybe I can find somebody that has evolved a little bit more. Let me know down below if you know any astrologers who are like more, just teach me something different. If you are an Aquarius Venus, you are very kind and loving and not super emotionally attached. You are somebody that kind of in line with Sagittarius to a degree. You will have a lot of friendship relationships. Aquarius actually rules over the house of friendship. So you tend to make a lot of friends. And I feel like you are somebody who does not tolerate possessiveness or jealousy at all. I actually feel like a Scorpio Venus and an Aquarius Venus put together would probably be the worst match you could put together. I feel like that is such like a bad idea, because Aquarius won't tolerate jealousy or possessiveness, and Scorpio, that's kind of like the name of their game. So that's not going to be fun for those two people. Much like Sagittarius, though, Aquarius does need a lot of freedom to function at their max capacity in a relationship. And Aquarius is actually a very popular sign because they rule over the house of friendship. They are also more prone to being someone that would have open relationships with people because they just want to make friends with everyone. And last but certainly not least, if you are a Pisces Venus, you have a deep devotion and you are sensitive yet fickle, because if you think about this, we actually have Pisces as the two fish opposing each other. So like their symbol is the two fish swimming in opposite directions. So that can create a very fickle energy. It's kind of hard to tell sometimes where you stand with a Pisces Venus in relationships. However, a Pisces Venus leads with their intuition over their logic. So if they feel intuitively drawn to a partner or to something beautiful, they are going to attach to that very quickly. I would say that Pisces Venus is a very deeply romantic sign because they are so sensitive. They are a lot more in their feelings. They are a lot more into the romanticism. Pisces to me also kind of sees life through rose-colored glasses. And so when you bring it into a Venus placement, I feel like they also have the ability to talk themselves into relationships that really aren't always the best for them. However, I will say this, they can be A, very self-sacrificing, but B, they are a true empath most of the time, and they will go to the ends of the earth for someone that they care about. They will do literally anything. So honestly, I can say I don't really have a lot of major Piscean energy in my life. Like, I don't know a lot of Pisces. I know a couple of Pisces moons, but like where are all my Pisces at? Where are you guys at? I need to meet more of you so I can, I need to meet more of you so I can understand your guys' personalities deeper, because I feel like I don't have a major understanding of Pisces the way that I would like to, because I don't have a lot of Pisces friends. So anyways, you guys, thank you so very much for watching. Please, you guys, do not forget to follow me on Instagram and Twitter. If you want to book a personal tarot reading with me, links and information down below for that. And I also have 2 podcasts. Kozykale is actually back up and running this month, which is my podcast on law of attraction and manifestation and just kind of all things that helped me in my journey into my spiritual awakening and things like that. Link is down below. We also have the Twin Flames podcast, which is a podcast that I run with my IRL twin flame. And we will be starting that podcast back up in January of 2020. So please make sure you're following that. Both podcasts are available on all major platforms, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Android, like everywhere. It's literally everywhere. I think except for SoundCloud, we are available everywhere else. And that's everything. Sorry, I had to think about it. Thank you guys so very much. I love you so much. Happy December, my loves. I hope you're all having a fabulous month, and I will catch you in the next video real soon. Get that coffee out of the straw. That looks disgusting. It looks like I'm like sipping up like shit water. So gross looking. Pinned comment if... Siri, no one's talking to you. So if you are an Aries, I almost said Mercury. So if you are an Aries Venus, you are somebody that is going to cut right to the chase. You're not going to... Oh my God, I'm a mess today. What is happening? And Cancer Venus people are a lot more...